Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Rag City, Rag City,
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. The Alpha Male Sports Talk Show is coming. 12 noon today right here on SME. The Poe Politicking Show as well. Later on this evening for SME After Dark at around 7:30 p.m. the Lonely Hearts Cafe. And Spicy Conversations. Poe is talking to adult film star Sarah J. I don't know who this young lady is, but look her up. From what I understand, she's one of the biggest names in the industry. The Lonely Hearts Cafe. Those cats are talking about first date oral sex. Yeah. And Spicy Conversations. Sexy Besties. They're going to explore their freaky friends. That's at 10 p.m. tonight. We have to place that show at 10 p.m. because, good Lord, even though we're online, they be trying to shut us down. Yeah. Couple little NFL news and notes, man. James Harrison says that he will talk to the NFL, but they got to come to him. He says if the NFL wants to interview me, they're going to have to do a couple of things. The interview has to be at my house, not in training camp, as the league previously planned. Harrison says he gets to choose the date, and Roger Goodell has to be there. If you don't know the story, James Harrison was he's been at odds over PD testing this offseason with the Steelers. Star recording one test. You know, he recorded it because he wanted for everybody to see, and the NFL didn't like that. And being shut down from recording a second, he took the test off camera, saying that he was told not cooperating would trigger a positive result. So that's why he took the second test. But he has a real problem. He feels like the NFL is targeting him. And then also, he had been named in a story from Al Jazeera that included other players like Julius Peppers and Clay Matthews and Mike Neal. And you remember Peyton Manning was named in that as well as using performance-enhancing drugs. So they're kind of like on to him. But James Harrison is at the end of his career, so he don't give a damn. You know, and this is nothing that he's mandated to do. I guess he doesn't have to do it. So that's the stance he's taking right now with Roger Goodell. You know, him and Roger Goodell have had beef for many, many years. And so this is the stance that he's taking. Also, there was a lot of talk over the last couple of days. I don't know when the story hit. The story may have hit Thursday or Friday, but this Johnny Manziel story. Johnny Manziel's father did an interview with ESPN's Josina Anderson, and where he basically said in a nutshell, I'm not going to go over all of the details of it, but he said in a nutshell, man, that this kid is spiraling out of control. He called him quote unquote a druggie, which I think we've known, but he's really confirmed it now, and talked about him and going to a rehab center, but leaving early, escaping from the rehab center early. In one quote I read from the story, basically he was like, listen, if I have to bury him, I'll bury him, but I'm done. Like, they've tried to help this kid, man, and he just can't get right. He's out of control, obviously, and it's not looking like it's going to end well for Johnny Manziel, and his father's on record saying all of these things, man, in public. He says, quote, I'm done. I'm done talking about it, he said. I'm doing my job, and I'm going to move on. If I have to bury him, I'll bury him. Lord have mercy. And I added the Lord have mercy in that just now. That's the fact. So if he calls me and needs help, I'll go and help him. Until then, he's on his own. I've done everything I can do. There's nothing else I can do as a father. Nothing. It is what it is. He's a druggie, and everybody needs to accept it. And everybody has accepted it, I believe, man. I talked about it earlier in the year. I had this story where this guy that I knew just after Johnny Manziel had gotten in trouble with the NFL, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, saw him like in this VIP in this club in Texas, like, with bottles and doing stupid-ass stuff that a guy that just got in trouble with the league shouldn't be doing. And I was like, yeah, I don't think Johnny Manziel wants to play football. That's the big thing with me. I don't think he wants to play. I think he has more fun. Not only does he have a problem with drugs, it looks like, but I think he has more fun hanging out than playing football. Oh, yeah, he got money. His people got money. He know he can get it. He's spoiled. I don't think he wants to play football. And after hearing his father talk, I don't think he's ever playing in the league again. I don't think he's ever playing in the game, in the league again. And listen, I'm not denying it. I was a fan of the guy. I thought that Johnny Manziel could do big things in the NFL, but it looks like I was dead ass wrong on that. And not so much because of play, but because of he just can't stay on the field. He can't stay on the team. He's not going to be in the league. It's just really a sad story to me, man. A real sad story. Let me read some of your chat messages on the chat room on Spreaker.com. From Andre Elam. Andre Elam says, she ain't no damn way I'm moving back to Greenwood, South Carolina. Hell no. I mentioned earlier that my plan has been to move back to my hometown and retire and just go fishing every day. I guess a lot of y'all don't agree. My cousin, this is my family saying this. Tyrone Simmons says, you're on your own, Doug. Cuzzo, you not going to join me back in the crib, man? We can go and watch, football every Friday night, man, and, hang out at Moles and go to the Battery on Sunday downtown. And that's another thing. Let me be honest with you. Let me clarify some things. I'm not sure I would move back to Moncks Corner. I would probably move to Charleston, which is just a stone's throw away from Moncks Corner. So I'm not too sure about moving back to Moncks Corner per se. I might even do that, but in my mind, I was thinking Charleston. I was thinking North Charleston maybe, where I'm right in between the crib and downtown Charleston, So that's what I was thinking. Damn, Ty. I thought you would join me, man. From Willie Winter has, and I lost the message, damn it. From Deion Summers, she says, Deion Simmons, I want to get out of Moncks Corner. Damn, y'all ain't making my argument look good. I'm always talking about and praising, giving big ups to Moncks Corner, and y'all talking about getting the hell out as soon as y'all can. Damn, y'all ain't helping my argument out. From Broncos boy, damn, I'm still in my hometown. There's nothing wrong with your hometown. I love the big city of Moncks Corner, man. Yeah. Damn. From Loose Neck Vitamin D Psy. When Doug said he's moving back to Monk's Corner, Monica says she. Yeah, she did say she. Yeah. From Willie Winter has come D. Prayers up for Pat Summitt. Yeah, man. Prayers for Pat Summitt, the former Tennessee women's basketball coach for, forever. Man, they say she's not doing well. They say she's not doing well at all. 67 years old, I believe the age was that I read, and she's suffering from dementia, and her health is just failing. So prayers for the great Pat Summitt, man. Prayers for her. From Thorny Switch, no, everyone does not know that, Andre. Maybe that's the word on the street in North Macon, though. I'm not sure what she's talking about. From Grego, not enough ball movement in Atlanta for Dwight to come here. He wants the ball in his hands. But the ball in Dwight Howard's hands hasn't really resulted in much to write home about. I don't know if any team's going to give Dwight Howard what he wants. And basically what it sounds like he wants is he wants to be the man. Why would you let Dwight Howard be the man based on what you've seen over the last couple of years? And you factor in his age? Nobody's going to let him be the man. Like, there's talk about Dwight even getting a max deal. Like, who in their right mind would give Dwight Howard a max deal? Right, that's what I say, studio audience. From Clay, not Magic Negro enough. He says LeBron doesn't live in Cleveland. He lives in Akron. You know what I mean. He's from Akron. He lives in his hometown or whatever. It's kind of like the same thing in me and Monk's Corner in Charleston. I might live in Charleston, but I'll be back and forth to the crib every day. Same thing like LeBron. From Grego, trying to decide if I trust Kanye enough to buy concert tickets. Ooh, you got to be very careful. Diva mode could really set in. He could cancel out last minute. From what I understand, what I just learned over a couple of weeks ago is that if you buy a concert ticket and the artist just decides they don't feel like doing it tonight, your ass is out of luck. I didn't know that. Yeah, I would have to give second thought about buying Kanye West tickets because that dude is very flaky. From Cornelius Small, LeBron only felt he owed it to Cleveland because they drafted him right out of high school. Had he slipped in the draft and went to Chicago, he wouldn't have thought about playing in Cleveland until he got long in the tooth. I agree. I agree with that 100%. It was something special, the fact that, the Cavaliers magically, were able to draft first. They got the draft lottery and able to draft LeBron James the year he came out of high school. That rarely happens. So, yeah, I agree 100% with what my man Cornelius Small just said. From Clay Not Magic. Yeah, he's very active today in the chat room. Thank you, Clay. He says, my mom is from DeRidder, Louisiana. So I guess the closest place for my dad to be cool with is Houston, Texas, which is 3 hours away. Nah, that ain't the same thing, bruh. North Charleston from my hometown is 15 minutes, okay? I could be downtown Charleston from where I grew up in 30 minutes. So, nah, I'm not talking 3 hours. The equivalent to that would be me moving to, I don't know, Spartanburg or something crazy like that, 3 hours away. I'm going back to the crib. And, yeah, back to what my wife said. Somebody mentioned my wife and me telling her that we're moving back to the crib and her thoughts on it. When I mentioned this to my wife, because I did tell my wife this like probably 15 years ago that that's what I want to do. And her first response is, you be by yourself. And I looked her square in the eye. I says, woman, that's what I call my wife a lot of times. I said, woman, when we got married, you said for better or for worse. And I'm still a man in this damn family, okay? And I don't care this is whatever year it was, and it's progress and these new values and this, that, and the other. I'm still a man. I still wear the pants. And you coming with me. And I says, and to be honest with you, we're not going to go to Monk's Corner. We'll probably go to North Charleston. Then she said, all right. But she agreed to it. She agreed to it. Her stipulation was not Monk's Corner, not, it's just not enough things for her to do. She grew up here in Atlanta, and in a big city in Cleveland. She grew up in Cleveland. So she has some reservations about actually moving back to the crib. But she said she'd be okay with it, man. And if we got enough money to sustain, she wouldn't have a problem